Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. The Judgment Day's Dominik Mysterio shared an interesting message ahead of a potential showdown with Rhea Ripley tonight on WWE Raw. The former North American champion teamed with Liv Morgan to battle the Terror Twins, Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest, at Bash in Berlin over the weekend. Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest emerged victorious in the mixed tag team match at the Premium Live event this past Saturday night in Germany. The Eradicator pinned Women's World Champion Liv Morgan to pick up the win for the Terror Twins. Dirty Dom recently stated that he would not be opposed to facing Ripley in a singles match on WWE television. Ahead of tonight's edition of WWE Raw, Mysterio took to Instagram to share an interesting message. He quoted the Natural Born Killers film, and you can check out his Instagram post below. The Judgment Day star entered the Intercontinental Championship #1 Contenders Tournament on Raw, with the winner earning a title match against Braun Breaker. The 27-year-old will be facing Ilya Dragunov and Dragon Lee in a triple threat match in the tournament later tonight. Dominik Mysterio comments on the future of WWE Raw star Dominik Mysterio recently noted that many fans still want a product similar to how it was during the Attitude Era. In an interview with the New York Post, the former North American champion discussed the promotion's current product and admitted that there are fans who want the show to be edgier. However, he stated that things could change, and the product might be completely different in the future. People still want that edginess we would get back in the Attitude Era, but the innuendos and the little things here and there we do is more than enough because people want to keep tuning back in to see if we do ever cross that and see if it does happen. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Things can still happen. We'll see what the future holds, he said. H/T New York Post, the Judgment Day betrayed Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest at SummerSlam. It will be interesting to see if Rhea Ripley and Dominik Mysterio have a confrontation during tonight's edition of Raw in Colorado. Dominik Mysterio, the brash and fearless member of the Judgment Day, stood at the precipice of his biggest challenge yet, a potential showdown with his closest ally and the group's dominant force, Rhea Ripley. The tension had been simmering for weeks, a subtle undercurrent of mistrust and unease that finally boiled over after Dominik felt the sting of Rhea's growing dominance within the faction. No longer content to remain in her shadow, Dominik decided to take matters into his own hands, issuing a stark warning on WWE Raw that sent shockwaves through the WWE universe. As Monday Night Raw opened, the camera panned over the buzzing crowd before cutting to the ring, where Dominik Mysterio stood alone under the spotlight. His usual cocky demeanor was replaced with something darker, more intense. His gaze was fixed, unflinching as he clutched the microphone in his hand. The crowd's boos echoed through the arena, but Dominik seemed unfazed. He had something to say, and he wasn't leaving until every word was heard. Week after week, I've watched as she's taken the spotlight, Dominik began, his voice low and measured. I've watched as Rhea Ripley, the Eradicator, has made everyone forget that it was me who brought this group to where it is now. I am the future of WWE, and no one, not even Rhea, can take that from me. The crowd's boos grew louder, but Dominik pressed on, undeterred by their disdain. I respect Rhea. I do. But respect only goes so far. She's been a dominant force, sure, but there's only room for one leader in the Judgment Day, and I've realized that if I want to be the top dog, I've got to step up and take it. Dominik paused, letting his words sink in before continuing. Rhea, I know you're back there, and I know you're watching. You've been a powerful ally, but you've also become a dangerous rival. You've crossed the line too many times, and now I'm drawing the line in the sand. This is a warning. If you think you can walk all over me, you're dead wrong. The screen flashed to the backstage area where Rhea Ripley, dressed in her trademark black leather jacket and ripped jeans, was watching Dominik's address with a cold, calculated expression. She had heard the rumblings, the whispers of dissent within the Judgment Day, but she had never expected it to come from Dominik. The two had shared a bond that transcended mere faction loyalty. They had been a team, a partnership built on mutual respect and an unspoken understanding of each other's strengths and weaknesses. But now, Dominik was challenging her authority, and Rhea knew she couldn't let that stand. Dominik's voice cut through the tension in the arena once more. "You think you're untouchable, Rhea? You think just because you've been on a roll, no one can stop you? Well, I'm here to tell you that I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of you, and I'm not afraid to do what needs to be done to secure my place at the top." Rhea's eyes narrowed as she listened to Dominik's words. She had seen this before, a young star, hungry for power, willing to do anything to claim it. But this wasn't just any challenger. This was Dominik, the man she had mentored, fought alongside, and even protected at times. The idea of facing him in the ring was something she had never anticipated, but now it seemed inevitable. Back in the ring, Dominik paced, the intensity of his emotions fueling his every movement. "Rhea, you've been a great ally, but now you're becoming a threat to my legacy. And I can't, no, I won't, let that happen. So I'm giving you a choice: stand down, or face the consequences." The crowd erupted into a mix of boos and cheers, the WWE Universe divided on who to support in this escalating rivalry. Dominik stopped in his tracks, staring directly into the camera as if Rhea were standing right in front of him. "I'm not just another superstar you can bulldoze, Rhea. I'm Dominik Mysterio, and I will not be overshadowed by anyone, not even you." Suddenly, the familiar sound of Rhea Ripley's entrance music blasted through the speakers, and the crowd's reaction shifted to one of excitement and anticipation. Dominik's head snapped toward the entrance ramp, his muscles tensing as he prepared for what was coming. Rhea emerged from the backstage area, her eyes locked on Dominik as she made her way to the ring. There was no hint of fear or hesitation in her stride. She moved with the confidence of a warrior who had faced and overcome countless challenges. As she climbed into the ring, the tension between them was palpable, the air thick with the promise of conflict. For a moment, the two simply stared at each other, neither willing to back down. Dominik's bravado was met with Rhea's unwavering resolve, and it was clear that this confrontation had been a long time coming. Finally, Rhea broke the silence. "You really think you can take me on, Dom?" she asked, her voice laced with a mixture of amusement and challenge. "You think you're ready to step out of the shadows and take the lead?" Dominik didn't flinch. "I know I am." Rhea smirked, her eyes gleaming with a dangerous light. "You've got guts, I'll give you that. But guts aren't enough to survive in this business, Dom. You should know that better than anyone." The crowd watched in anticipation, waiting to see who would make the first move. Dominik, his heart pounding, refused to back down. "I'm done playing second fiddle, Rhea. I'm ready to prove that I'm not just some kid writing on my family's name. I'm ready to prove that I'm the future of WWE, and if that means going through you, then so be it." Rhea's smirk faded, replaced by a cold, calculating stare. "Be careful what you wish for, Dom," she warned. "Because once you step into that ring with me, there's no turning back. And trust me, I won't hold back just because we were allies." Dominik's eyes burned with determination. "Neither will I." With those words, the tension reached its peak, the lines drawn for a battle that would shake the Judgment Day to its core. The WWE Universe could feel it. The impending clash between Dominik Mysterio and Rhea Ripley was inevitable, and when it happened, it would be nothing short of explosive.